Hi everyone, it's Kerchie. I cannot believe that a Polly Pocket Funko Pop does not exist. I have searched far and wide on Google and I found nothing. I don't know if I wasn't looking hard enough. You guys tell me, does it exist? Does it not? So being the crafty person that I am, I decided to make one myself. I've actually been wanting to make this for a while, but I've been lazy, admittedly, because I know how much hard work is gonna go into it, how much time is gonna go into it, but I finally did it, so here it is. I'm gonna start by taking some foil and shaping it into this rectangle, and I'm trying to match this actual Funko. So this is Miss Coraline. You saw her in one of my earlier videos, and what I've done is I just took some foil and tried to match it to the shape. I made it a little bit smaller than her actual head because I'm gonna wrap the polymer clay around it, which is gonna make it bigger. So it's just ever so slightly smaller than her head. And I did this instead of just making the whole head out of clay because it's just a waste of clay. I used a clay roller to roll out this thin sheet of polymer clay. I know Polly is a little bit more pink with her skin tone than this, but for the sake of it looking like a Funko Pop, I'm gonna go with more of a beige color. Now I'm gonna wrap this around the foil, kind of like how you wrap fondant around a cake. Is it fondant or fondant? Is it French? I'm gonna bake this for about 10 minutes to get it hard but not fully cured because I have a whole body to make, her eyes, her hair, everything. So all in all, I'm gonna bake the whole thing for about an hour. I'm gonna have to bake some of the pieces in steps so that I can sculpt over it without ruining the shape. So for this one, 10 minutes. The head has been pre-baked for about 10 minutes. Here I have a long noodle, which is what the hair is going to be made of. So I'm just going to start swirling it around like this and putting it on her head. Next, I'm going to do her headband. I'm going to use pink, so I'm going to start forming it. So I went ahead and pre-baked the clay again. I also filled in the gaps, and I did this off camera because it was actually really tedious, probably more tedious than the swirlies. So I wanted to go to a different spot in my room, just relax, listen to music, and fill those in. So I did that back here. On the front, I'm gonna leave the gaps because it looks more natural, kind of like those little curlies that you tend to have on the front of your hair, like little baby hairs. Compared to Coraline, she is a little bit bigger, but it's still pretty similar. It's not too far off, so I'm happy with it. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes and nose. I love this tool so much because it's perfect for shaping. So here you can see my circles are a little wonky and I can just push the edges in to really get that circle. And there we go. We have the signature Funko Pop creepy eyes. Now for the nose, which will be interesting. So Coraline has kind of a crooked nose, but I'm gonna give Polly a straight nose. I just noticed that she doesn't have a nose at all, so I can skip the nose part. But I think I'll add one because her face looks a little too plain. So I've attached the eyes and the nose. The nose doesn't match exactly, but it's close enough. She's a little dirty around the face, so I'm gonna pre-bake her again and try to clean her up a little bit. Now I'm ready to work on her body. Again, I'm going to use Coraline as a reference in terms of proportions. So there you go. I think in terms of proportions, she looks good. Now I'm going to draw the hinges. So I'm going to make it look like this. So now I'm gonna pre-bake this for 10 minutes. It has been pre-baked, so now I'm gonna work on the legs and the shoes. Also, my dog scratched me, so that's what this is. Lovely. For the shoes, I'm gonna make them teal. And there are her little feet. I'm gonna pre-bake this now for 10 minutes. Here are the legs and feet. They are pre-baked. Now I'm gonna work on the base. Hopefully this will be enough to allow her to stand, and I won't know till the very end. I'm gonna put some liquid Sculpey on here and pre-bake this. Now I'm gonna work on the sleeves and the arms. And now I'm gonna bake this entire torso. Here are all my individual pieces. So now it's time to glue them all together. Here she is all done. I just love how she turned out. Way better than I expected. From a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of difficulty, I would definitely go towards maybe a 6 or 7. Not so much that it was hard, but very tedious. The best part is she actually stands. Ta-da! Overall though, I am so happy with this. It looks just like a real Funko. Next to the Coraline one, you almost can't tell that it's not an official Funko. Here she is. I'm so proud that I was able to stick to it and finish it. Even for someone like me who has been sculpting for almost 10 years, I mess up a lot. And I did mess up a lot with her, which I didn't show on camera because it was pretty chaotic. But I had so many trial and errors, a lot of mistakes that I had to fix. I had to go back and redo a lot of things. So even though what you watched just now seemed seamless, it definitely was not. So if you're out there and you want to try something like this, maybe with your favorite character, definitely go for it and just practice, practice, practice.